Okay, everyone, and welcome back. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. Nick, oh dear. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight, teachers and fellow students. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Yes, the note. Slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, snowfall gradually thickens. Snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time is slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Fuck it.
Hi. Is Al? You came?
A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognized the owner of that dainty voice instantly. Score! Nailed it with Sayo! I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams. My heart begins to race. Aww. Iwanako? I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn it. I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic.
Yes. I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it.
A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle, even if I tried. My heart is pounding now, as if it were trying to burst out of my chest and claim this girl for itself. So, here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. A cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Iwanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself, as if supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine, and she lazily twirls her long dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word out if I tried.
You see, I wanted to know if you'd go out with me.
I stand there motionless, save for my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply.
It is.
I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched beyond the breaking point.
Is Al?
I reach up to try to massage my throat, but this only sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms.
Is Al?
My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot open in terror. beating in my chest suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwanako running towards me, all of these fade to black. Last things I remember, before slipping away, are the sounds of Iwanako screaming for help, and the incessant clatter of the branches above. Methinks my dude might have a heart issue. What's very interesting to me is I personally do have some experience with heart issues. I was born with a heart defect. I shouldn't have made it past my first year. But I did. And then another health issue almost claimed my life in my teens. So I get my dude here. It's definitely relatable. And the soundtrack is just goddamn amazing. Aw, thanks, Nick. Yeah, I've survived a lot, but here I am. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. Wow. Oh, look at the window! Moving particles. And that whole time... Yeah. And that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts, so I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. Hey, I have that. Strange word. Foreign, alien one. One that you don't want to be in the same room with. Yeah? Rare condition. Causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. That can be fatal. Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? Guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. Yeah, arrhythmia. It's also known as a heart murmur. Basically, it causes the heart to, well, like it says, behave erratically. It can go too fast, it can go too slow. In my case, my heart beats too hard. Sometimes with overexertion, I feel like my heart's going to literally explode out of my chest. It's not as much of an issue now as it was in my youth, but it got me out of PE, so I really wasn't complaining. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. There is no cure. In some cases, like the surgery that was proposed for me, they basically take a little teeny tiny, almost microscopic balloon, and through the throat, it is dropped into wherever the hiccup is happening. For me, it was an artery that was too small. too narrow. And they add air to inflate the balloon at the right location, and over time it makes that artery bigger. Anyway, of course there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. Yeah, I mean, they'll cut you open and do all sorts of stuff. I mean, nowadays, there's a lot more to be done with it, than there used to be. But, yeah. Hang on a minute. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Okay. Just licking the heart. You know what, baby? If you were the one providing the licking, I think that might just do the trick. But yeah, I mean, there's everything from the balloon thing, to flat out heart surgery. Fortunately for me, in my case, it just meant I can't do quite as much as, or couldn't do quite as much as the other kids. Actually had a, well, I'm gonna get back to the game. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. Welcome, Dylan. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were one of the ones that lost their ever-loving minds when I told them that I might be doing this. But there it is. But, I get what MC is talking about here, too. There's a lot of relatable shit here. But the visitors soon dwindled, and all the get-well gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly after. Yes, we do have a no-caps rule, please. Thanks. I realized that the only reason I'd gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had been turned into a class project. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Well, I guess I'm gonna have a litany of them, huh, Nick? Iwanako was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. Hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. Doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they are in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but makes me feel uncomfortable. That's a fair question, Via. Although, if it were me, I would say go for it, but... For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. Yeah, no. Never answered anything in a straightforward way. They usually don't. But told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So, I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest, slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of an omen. I still ask the head cardiologist when I'm about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there is at least some hope. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. Started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I loved the stories. That was what my life was like. Days became increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred into some kind of gooey mass I was trapped inside, instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But the best I can give you, Via, is because of just how relatable I think this mod is going to be for me. Or mod. Game. Visual novel. With how relatable I think this is going to be, I think your jokes are very possibly could be the one thing standing between me and breaking down. So please, if yes, Dylan. So yeah, as long as everyone else is in. Aww. Alright. Other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. Pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely, and I couldn't even cry. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. Okay, it might not be for you guys, but the music is getting just flat overwhelming. Hang tight, guys. There we go. Oh, really? Well, depending on my experience, I might look into that. Yeah. Today the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. This is supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. There's this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers, then setting them aside as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Yeah, boy. Oh, okay. Somehow create a screenshot or something for yourself so that I have that for the future. Thank you, dear. Then, he casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, Hisao. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little back at him. Oh, the summer's clover, whatchamacallit. Disregard, it's handled. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medications sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription. Nice, dear. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly. Oh boy, I know this face. Yeah. So many. I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? Wooden, yeah. It's basically just... The word fits. It's just not one you hear often. Oh no. Just... God damn it. God fucking damn it. You know what? Nah. No. Whew. Oh wait, really? Hey, thanks, Dylan. Sweet. Nah. Yep. The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. Yeah, they fucking do. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contradictions, and dosages are listed line after line with cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting to only makes me feel sicker. I'm going to count to 3, and this shit better be deleted. All this for the rest of my life? Every day? I'm afraid that is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years. Years? What kind of a confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all. Indeed, thank you, Dylan. Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school. What? Please, calm down. Sal, listen to what the doctor has to say. Calm down? The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever of my concern shows, it's ignored. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. Oh boy. So, I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Disabled? What? Am I? It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids! Don't try to disguise that fact! If it was really that free, there wouldn't be a 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point. Yeah. Am I disabled up PNG? Yeah. Of course, that's only if you want to go. But your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. We went out there and had a look a couple of weeks back. I think you'd like it. There! Looks like I really don't have a choice. Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamned opportunity! Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and while it's not the same one... Special school, it's an insult. What I want to say. It's a step down. It's not what you think. All of the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help in one way or another. Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is! I really hate that something so important was just decided for me. But what can I do about it? Normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I always thought my life was actually kind of boring. Now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now. Something about how I can go back to school anyway. But no. I don't say anything. Fact is, I know it's futile. I look around the room, feeling very tired of all this. Hospital, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. I know this, but the thought of going to a disabled school? What are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's really difficult. But let me try. Clean slate isn't a bad thing. That is all I can think of to get me through this. At least I still have something, even if it's a special school. It's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake to just resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster, assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. So I walk towards the main building of Yumaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. Grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park, with clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh-cut grass and all other park-like things. Oh god, it's loaded with nature. Words like clean and hygienic. Let me try that again. Words like clean and hygienic. God, why do I keep doing that? Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. Makes me shudder. I shake them off. Atmosphere! I shake them off. Stay open-minded for now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies. Too big and too many for just a school. You bitch. This bitch. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. Even though I was told this is my new school, in the back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real, or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. Makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. Makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming color. So, why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. Right and right, Via and Bun. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous with this realization set in my head, I open the front door. A tall man with bad posture notices me enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. You must be Nikki? Nakai. Ah, so you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Mato. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. Gently opens the door. Nice. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. I see you prioritize health here, sir. Oh, should I go later? Oh god, of all times for names to escape me. He reminds me of that dude you voice. Which is why he's getting a similar voice. Yes, afternoon, probably fine. But we should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what's waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Bun. Thinking of this, I almost missed what the teacher's saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Oh, God. Why? Why? Do I have to? Of course not. That's why I asked. Right. Let's go then. My heart is pounding in my chest and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. Third floor down. Third floor down. The third floor corridor is marked as the third. Okay, I knew there was a reason that didn't make sense. Third door down, third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. Yeah, you know what? I see it. I see it. I totally fucking see it. Mato opens the door and enters. Oh God, what? Anybody else find that disconcerting? just saying. Morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot. Oh, get a grip. This is a big step, I know that, but there isn't any point to worrying so much about it, at least not this soon. Oh my God. I'd believe it. I'd believe it. And there they all are. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. Hey, Jao-senpai. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's lots of space left over around and in between the desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards, and the high old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. Students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. Oh, okay. Wake up call. There you go. That's what you get for having conversations half awake. I stop walking in front of the classroom and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school, but then why would they be here? Well, like, okay. So, granted, a couple of them, you know, have a visible reason or two, but oh, dearest MC, little did you know that so many disabilities are, well, invisible. They're probably like me and have something wrong with them, only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I noticed that one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I thought I wanted to skip this part. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it will make her invisible. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Hey, Artie! Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery-looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. I did. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands, and so does everyone else, except one girl in the first row who has only one hand. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for this applause I did not deserve. That's what everyone says. After the applause, there is a brief silence that nobody seems to want to be responsible for breaking. The teacher soon realizes that he should probably say something. He opens up with some unintelligible noise, shuts up as he loses his momentum, and then starts introducing me. Nobody seems to be too interested. Maybe I should have said yes to the self-introduction thing. Oh, fuck you, game. Probably realizing he doesn't know anything about me, he just ends up saying my name wrong again and asks me to write it on the blackboard. I do that and turn back to face the class, feeling awkward. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against her other wrist that ends in a bandage stump. Makes me feel a little bad. We're going to be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. That okay with you? Yeah, fine with me. That's good. You can work with Akamichi. She's the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right? Am I right? Yes, I do, Artie. And yes, I get it. I see the resemblance. Well, we're about to get to know her better. How could I know? Teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. Teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh, right. Hakamichi's right there. Shizune Hakamichi. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter.
It's nice to meet you too, but... It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi. She-chan.
Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the one I saw using sign language before. Looks like she's been staring at me this whole time. She nods once, nonchalantly, to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She has short, yet carefully, neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of a dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Yeah, I missed the mark on my original intention with Misha, but I'm going to try a little better moving forward. It's just, the thought occurred to me that her voice would be higher than I originally had it set for, so. Takamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, "You'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you?"
I can see you're a little confused, right? Right? But I understand why you would think that I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth to her. I'm just like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too.
I'll take 10.
You're a new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he wouldn't... If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right.
Misha looks at me with a weird expression, continues. Thank you. I test drove the thought with another Katawa Shoujo fan overnight, and he's like, yeah, no, totally. So...
Oh, we don't know much about him, but maybe we'll find out later.
Maybe I should have noticed myself Maybe I should have introduced myself after all. Anything would have given a better first impression than the teacher's drone and fumbling with my name.
Oh, we knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you'd be here today, so soon. He-chan, right?
Yes, I am capable of it. No, I actually got into this conversation with Via last night because she noticed that I always would be a little put off when she would do Southern, and she was asking me what my issue was with it, and the longer I thought about it, the more I'm like, I mean, I've never really been a fan of the Southern accent, but yeah. But after I thought about it a little more extensively, there was a realization that the fictional character that I'm named after, before her character underwent a dramatic change, she was very Southern. Very, very, very Southern. Like, there's a bit of dialogue where, as she's kind of parading around as her former self, she says to someone,
"Oh Lord, now you know that ain't true."
"Ciao, senpai." There you go. Can you name the episode, though?
P.S. It's girl in question.
So... So, after some extended and careful thought, I'm like, nah, you know what? One of these girls is gonna be Fred. And I decided on her.
Yep, it fits, doesn't it?
Did I say it out loud? Oh, it's just a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. I don't really see how.
It fits. You look just like I imagined.
Uh-oh. Hang on. Why did my display do this? Why you do this display? Okay. I don't know why it did that just then. That was odd. Right? Totes. Make that shit work, damn it. Ankle length shirts and no blouse. I mean, fuck. There you go, Via. That too.
Yeah, you look just like a Ichan.
I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Agreed. Akamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed.
Oh, sorry about that. She-chan wants you to know that she's the class rep, so if there's anything you need to know, you could feel free to ask her. Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it.
Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kind of came straight to class today.
That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you get there.
It's such a Fred thing to say.
Not just with school either. Always, even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, She-chan?
Learn about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that, or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it, half-assedly, but anyway. Fair. Yeah, be safe, senpai. Misha's okay. And yeah, that's my understanding. I was very disappointed to find out that there are no yanderes. This distressed me quite a bit. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? It seemed like it was about me. I feel like slumping over in my seat. Both of them are smiling, but that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply.
You look down. You okay? Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test.
Alright.
Oh, and another thing, you don't have to call She-chan something so formal like Hakabichi or class rep all the time. Just call her She-chan.
Well, that could have ended better. Yes.
Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate.
I don't like this bitch. She's distressing to me. Not Misha, the other one. Oh, really? Once I complete my first run, I'll have to check them out.
Yep. Shizune is fine.
Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. Right on.
I tell you what, Artie, I don't imagine you have my Discord information. But, Via, if you could get on hooking Artie up with the Discord, maybe Artie can send me the link to that YouTuber later. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly. So, I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seems like that, just less so, I guess. Deaf and mute is my working understanding at this point. Oh, right on. I thought I put it there.
Huh? Oh, right. We haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now or she'll get mad.
The assignment's also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. Kiss ass.
That too.
Oh no. Yeah, Via, can you hook that up? I need to fix that, I guess. Hey, now look here, bitch. I didn't say anything. Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay. I get the message.
After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay?
Hey kids, come on. Assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Oh, these transitions, though. Oh, makes me want to crack the code. Still, we finish it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different, though. Class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish. Not to mention, a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. Clock tower bells ring, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Great. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and downstairs. We descend even below the lobby, where I met Toe, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in this school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. That voice acting, though. Excellent. Thank you, Bia. Like, I'm literally just sitting here listening to the voice acting, trying to discern what's being said. It's big windows open to the courtyard, towards the main gate.
It's the cafeteria.
Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed down the line. There's another rather long list of menu options. There's a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students. Oh my god, help me. Okay, it's the voice acting. That needs to come down just a scotch. There we go. Sure is. There's a rather long list of menu options, which seems great, until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. Oh, nice. It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to a table, sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. I don't understand sign, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is proper and polite? Oh dear.
You want to know something?
What?
About anything. We're your guides, so you should ask if there is something.
You know, to be perfectly honest, a lot of them, the art is so good that you really question it. But I do also see your point. Oh no. That's what you want to know?
Yeah, I like Shizu.
Is it because your wife is deaf?
No,
Okay.
I keep forgetting your ass to death. Ew. I'm sorry. Should I think of your disability in front of my mind all time, all day, every day?
You know, I love you.
Love you too.
Nice. Nice. I wonder.
She's out.
Let's poll chat.
Mm-hmm.
Your vote counts for 2. So, option 1, 2, or 3. I'll give you a moment to think on that. 1, we maintain our cool, jaded surface, whatever the fuck. 3 for Artie. You already got your 2 votes, wife. And that's 3 for Shizu. 4, we'll say 3. Alright. Alright. Since that's where I'm headed anyway. Oh. I sure can. We're gonna make a new one. And just make sure. Sweet. Okay. We appear to be doing Shizu. Shizune intrigues me, and I kind of want to ask something about her. I can't really ask about something that personal, can I? I can't come up with anything else to ask, so I just focus on my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideway glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they're talking about secret girl stuff or something. I quickly notice a conversation in sign is not enough to fill the silence. Bleh. I quickly notice a conversation in sign is not enough to fill the silence. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. Aww. Oh no. Let me guess, we're meeting our first yandere. Can I get a confirmation from the Katawa Shoujo fans? I was told there's 2 of them. Best girl has arrived. Is she one of the Dandares? She looks like it. I was told there's a Dare or a Dojiko, aka Sayori, a Kudere, 2 Dandares. One of the Dandares was a side character, and they couldn't fill in the rest of the blanks. Dandere, shy, awkward, Act 1 Yuri. Okay. That's what I figured. She kind of had that look to her. Yeah, got it. Okay. Okay, so this is the main storyline Dandere. So this is the one that is going to get my Act 1 Yuri. Okay. Because since I was told there's 2 of them, one of them is a main... one of them is a main path, and then the other one is not. I love you. What I had decided to do was give the one with a route my Act 1 Yuri, and then give the other one something unique. So, here she is. Love you. The dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the last row. Oh, dear. Oh, that face. Oh, my gosh. Not, you know, you know what I mean. Yeah, so she's gonna get my Yuri. She jumps a little. Gosh, her eye. Like, just the way the eye looks at you, that's horrible. Okay, sorry. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. No, she's precious. It just, the eye is unsettling. It caught me off guard. One major difference. Yeah, she's not a yandere. So she's exclusively Act 1 Yuri, right? Hey, hey. I am sure we will find out when we choose her route. Aww. The fact that you can say that about your own waifu, you get credit. Alright. I already said this. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I am less and less liking Shizune and Misha. Oh, come back! Oh. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and, finally, a teacher. Getting into the rhythm. Credit to you, dude, that you can make those jokes about the waifu. Like, like, already I'm over here ready to strangle Nick. Just because I feel bad. She's so cute. Oh, God, y'all have done it. Y'all have made me a KS fan. What the fuck? Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Oh, God, do I know that feeling. Towards the end of the class, he made one of your quality jokes, and it just startled me. It caught me completely off guard. Oh, come on, Nick. You know you'll enjoy it. I mean... supposedly one exists? There you go, Via. Supposedly a mod exists, but I know literally nothing about it. Alright. Towards the end of class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. First day back's always hard. Maybe it's the long time I spent in the hospital that made me like this. Yep. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Yeah, that's how it feels. Before long, final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. You mean Lily? I only know the name because everyone has told me to save her route for last. Because it's the best. I was told save Hanako and Lily for last because their routes are the best. Yet. No disability mods yet.
I just got hired for one.
Yes, I was recently hired on. Hey, Hunter! Glad you could join us. Yes, I was recently hired on for the next mod to broach the disability subject. This one's gonna be on the mental side of things, so I'm definitely looking forward to offering my voice in every way they will let me. At least always top secret. Yes, Kaiju-senpai. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Not necessarily, Hunter. Although, OCW totally counts. And no, I'm not only saying it because it's my boyfriend's mod.
Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Jan. We've got to hurry already, since there's a lot of work for us to do. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it.
Wait, the teacher said I'd have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Indeed.
Is that so? We can at least show you that much.
Oh, that's right, Hunter. God, my brain just completely... Oh god, I've been voicing Misha too long. Kaiju is the one who got me in touch with the developer of the aforementioned recent hire.
Thank you, by the way, Kaiju-senpai.
I don't know if I properly thanked you for that, but thank you.
Is that so? We can at least show you that much.
Aw, thanks, Bun Bun. Glad you could join us for some.
Come on. Nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside.
We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. Hey, Nate, my bestie's here. What's up, man? One of these days, I'll not do that. Anyway, moving on. When we get outside, girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. Oh, by the way, Sir Editor, people are starting to recognize the best of video that I've been leading with. So, if you have some free time, I would really, really appreciate it. In fact, I would be so grateful if you could get me some more of those. Thanks.
This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices. They even have a swimming pool.
How is that official? What, Shizu? What? Always judging me.
Don't be silly, Chan. It's for physical therapy, of course.
Oh.
Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. Head nurse's office is on the first floor.
She's always judging me, though, with her silent judginess. And I should know. Deaf people know other deaf people. Alright then. Alright. Admittedly, you're not alone. Everyone I have spoken to hates her. So I guess I came in a little biased.
You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks. Bye. No, Via always has to be the exception to the rule. One of the reasons I love you. Whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education. I guess it's necessary for a place like this. Jesus, looks like a cellar. I walk in, hoping that this really will be only a quick visit, like the teacher said. And talk to the tentacle. Oh, you haven't made it to this one, Kaiju-senpai? I am officially in. Like, it got my attention. I am officially hooked. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text head nurse and a nameplate. A voice from inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. Sounded a bit like an invitation to open the door, so I gently let myself in. Oof. Room is not large, and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around on his office chair to face me as I enter. Gently. Gently. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table is overflowing with used medical utensils, and there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. Well, maybe another best of video will distract me long enough. I'm sorry, Gorato, I gotta give you shit. Oh, good night, Via. Oh, yeah, no, you know what? I can't pass this one up. I can't do it. Actually, second thought. I'm not gonna do that. KS fans, how often do I have to deal with this guy? I'm assuming rather frequently, given the subject matter. A lot. That's what I was afraid of. Alrighty, well, that pretty much cinches it. Alright then.
Hello there. What can I do for you today?
He's young looking, sort of rugged, but the dimples on his cheeks wash that impression away as he smiles. Are you the nurse? Yep, nope, definitely. Yep, nope, we have Izu Exhibit B. He smiles like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times.
Why, yes, I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name, or just the nurse, like everyone else.
Of course. I had to shake off my confusion, realizing I probably should grab his extended hand. His handshake is firm, but friendly. Right, I'm the new student, and my homeroom teacher told me... I'm the new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Sanakai. His eyes light up with revelation, and he snaps his fingers.
Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right?
He gestures me to sit down in a vacant armchair in front of his desk. Yes.
Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night, so never hesitate to call us if there's a problem.
The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow. This is like a hospital.
Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here.
Well, that's a fucking comfort, isn't it? His joke feels so out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, no, yep. Yeah, just, it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school.
You'll get used to it.
I'm not so sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it.
Now, let me just find your file again.
Well, he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around. I let my gaze wander around the room. It is the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even the ridiculous educational posters are hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day and all the food groups. Smiling, that really creepy smile. His trash bag. Also, thank you.
Keeps people getting in the bedroom.
Yes, dear. Sorry.
I love you, though.
He's so creepy! Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it.
So, you already have medication for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Like rash stuff, like, I don't know, boxing?
Why? You wanna You want to go toe to toe? I know, right? He's so fucking creepy. I hate it. Like, properly hate it. He grins to his own joke, but I don't. Well, I play soccer occasionally with some classmates.
Alright, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to recommend you refrain from doing that. At least for the time being.
Oh. My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow. But really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. Guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just have something to do.
Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, and risking another attack, not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest area? There's no mention of the cause in your papers.
My boner got too hard. Not exactly. Sidestep the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with more serious expression. That is not... Okay, I'm not loving the sprite, or the choices they make with it. I sidestep the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face.
Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks, or even light jogging, jumping rope, that sort of thing. Swimming, maybe? There's a pool here.
So I was told.
You are? Very good. At any rate, and I'm sure you've been told this before, you just need to take care not to overexert yourself. Don't go listening to Illy when she starts doing that voice that I just don't understand.
He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already.
Absolutely. No unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself.
Okay. He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content.
Good. That's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something.
Okay. I'm ushered out before I even realize it. Quick visit indeed. I end up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building, although, to my eyes, I still look one and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going. Aw, Kaiju-senpai. Me and Heat don't mix either. Like at all. And I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. And again, neither do I. Nick. Does that make me one of them? One of us! One of us! Oh my god, no! I promise you I had not seen that before! Nick, clip it! Oh no! Oh god! You'll have to check out the clip. Oh, I
promise you. So, I had mentioned that I had started this before realizing I was going to be streaming it. But I promise you, I did not finish the first conversation with Shizu and Misha. Like, I had no idea that was coming. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, man. The best comedy is the shit you don't fucking write. I should go somewhere, too, to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. Weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. Oh, cute. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms. Shrubbery, flowers, and that overbearing smell of fresh-cut grass that fills the atmosphere! It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel, because I haven't been outside at all in so long. Yay! Thank you, Dick. Dorm building is big and made of red brick, like the others. It feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward going inside. I can't wait to see my room. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like the main building, halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. Same goes for the elevators at the ends to hallways. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching television. One nods, gives a quick hello, before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet and a shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. Nameplates on the rooms adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. Light shines from below the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello? Is anyone home? From inside, I hear a few movements, then the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. Oh, hi. I mean, a bespectacled boy is... Thank you! Thank you for saying it. He's even got the proper colors. Well, I guess we know what this one's gonna sound like. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. Oh no! Very possibly, Via. I'm gonna get through this line. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He's looking at me very intently through his extremely thick glasses. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses? Eyeglasses? God, I can't talk today. I see. Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? You know what? Fuck that word. I'm just gonna move on. Oh, hi, handsome. He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Hisao Dekai? I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce...
His face suddenly brightens in realization, and he stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, well, that changes that. Because there's no way to do that proper British. Social misfit, you say? Social misfit of this particular school. I've got it. He's a pothead and he smokes pot for his glaucoma. Okay. Oh, so dude. Name's Kenji. Ah. Hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There were some suspicious looking people going in and out of your room earlier. Probably my parents. Parents? You sure? 'Cause they could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, no, that totally fits him. I'm going with it. Oh, Nick. Nice. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, so. Me? I don't think I could trust the chances. Only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision, dude. Damn. You're smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge it. Never mind. Doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle, and shuts the door behind him. Okay. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Kaiju, am I going to need a new voice, or does that one fit? Well, obviously. Oh my god, it's adorable. Just, I can find a new one if the fans won't be thrilled. Just a few tweaks, you're okay? Well, okay. Oh, Nick. Bleak beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room. Impersonal, like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. Note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. So, like, are we talking Shiro levels of weirdo? You can at least give me that. Because I can replace what I have. I can replace Pothead Potter with... Okay. 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 Nick, I like how you phrased that. Oh, and his paranoia. Oh, do you guys have a rollback function? You fucking do! Oh, thank you, developer! Okay. Alright. So thanks to the rollback function. I'm glad that's there. Alright, we're gonna try this again. And the way I've been stumbling over my words today, this might get hinky. And now I see why you chose the words that you did, Kaiju. Okay. Let's try this again. Hey, who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses? I still can't do that word! Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have eyeglasses if he was? Fucking violent! He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Hisao Nakai? I'm moving into the next room. Thought I should introduce myself. His face suddenly brightens in realization, and he stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup, dude? Name's Kenji. Hi. We're reattempting. Nick. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. Hey, there were some suspicious-looking people coming in and out of your room earlier. Probably my parents. Your parents? You sure? Because they could have been some other people, too. You can't judge a book by its cover. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Isao. Yeah, pretty much what I'm going for. Me? I don't think I trust the chances. The only one I can trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. Wise decision. Damn. You're smarter than you look. Probably. What do you look like? I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge it. Never mind. Doesn't matter. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle, and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door, marked 119. Better, Kaiji-senpai? Bleak white walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. Yeah, you guys don't want to see what I go through when I'm just recording a Let's Play. Like, it's bad. There's a reason editing takes me as long as it does. It's no one's room. Impersonal like my hospital room was. Bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. Closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts. Aww. Hi, Tian. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Aw. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. Kind of hoped I would have, and there would be something to do. Still too early. I put the note down on the desktop and lie down on the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing with me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something? I was pretty nervous about it before coming, and for the entire day today too. Still am, I think. Damn. I'll have to distract myself somehow so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow, I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. But for now... Oh, goody! Dessert! Bottles of medications neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. Pick one up and shake it just to hear the contents rattle inside, then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Isanakai, 2 tablets daily to stay alive. Oh my. Well played, Mom and Dad. Well fucking played. It doesn't really... Oh. It doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kind of twisted, having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? Preaching to the choir, my dude. With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain. And after that, I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. I need to picture Monica up there, I think. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. Sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm, and nest-like against the chill that passes for room temperature here. Soon, the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. Night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. Aww. Day 1 complete. Morning! I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light gray ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. This is my room, isn't it? My room. This is the 3rd room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that, indeed, it's me who is supposed to be the one living here. My bag's on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating, till I open a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out a tablet from a full sheet. I down them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent invades my nose, but the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one, a natural one. Feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not much different from what I used to wear before. That goes for the other things too. So far, this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter, and Shizune's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. Do they perhaps have a literature club? Sorry, had to. All through class, the question remains on my mind, so I decide to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. Oh dear. Oh no, I fucked that up royally, didn't I? She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so that the top is perfect and evenly flat. Oof. Look! Shizu! What?
Sorry. She-chan. Is there something you wanted from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, He-chan.
My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right.
Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do, so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events, like the festival coming up in a few days.
Oh no, not another one.
Almost every student in the school tends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in at a busy time. Maybe you can help out too.
Sure. Sounds lovely. What's the festival about? Misha freezes. Oh god.
What? I don't know. I don't know, He-chan. The truth is, it's a local event, and I'm not from this area, so...
She starts signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish, and starts signing hard and heavy.
Huh? Oh.
Wait. Okay. Alright, just making sure.
Who cares?
Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning to look in our direction. Misha, are you the dairy sweetheart? Not so loud.
Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind a festival will inevitably change with time. Now, it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you play to win prizes.
Thank God she doesn't sound like Monica anymore. That bitch is invading my every word. The teacher clears his throat very loudly. batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Phew. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though, brushing it off without a care. Ah, Du, welcome to the stream.
We are in the middle of a class. It should start working. That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right.
Whoa, what is that expression? Oh my. That is a thing. Oh my god, it is awkward Morty face. Fucking hell.
What? That's right. He-chan, are you asking because you're interested in joining a club?
Yeah, books. One with books. I need books. Also maybe poems. But no suicide. It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Misha and Shizune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Yep, out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. That is actually a really good question. Presumably we will get that answer whenever we get around to her route, but, KS fans, are you comfortable divulging this tiny thing? Okay, thanks, Du. Stop it, Pia! It doesn't seem like she was working. Oh, on Shizu. Well, okay, well, that makes sense. And as it happens, that's the route we're headed down. So, right on. It doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who's also looking at the dark-haired girl go. Why doesn't he say anything?
He-chan, is something wrong?
Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or was Misha just looking at me, looking after the girl who left? No, nothing. Nip it! Oh, okay, Shizu.
Okay. Well, like we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you?
Creative liberties do. And a few KS fans that I spoke to before starting this blind run encouraged it.
She's who the festival's for.
No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna sneeze, so I did not mute in time, and I apologize because my screen did that stupid thing it's been doing. There we go. Yes, wonderfully cursed. That's how I enjoy things most of the time. Well, not just Azuma Gadayo, but so many fucking others. That having been said, no accounting for taste for some of the VA companies out there. I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Not really.
You want to have lunch together then?
Sure.
I mean, I can totally do that too. Or for those that are used to my stream, I could always do this one.
Sure, let's do lunch.
Yay! Okay, He-chan. Perfect.
This transition, though, I need to crack the code and see it. The rest of the class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone. PowerPoint VN. Before I have the time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything. Yes, I know, our protagonist is a little dense. Just deal with him.
Yes, it is.
It is a contest.
Yes, it is, He-chan.
It's starting to sound a little like Izu. Hang on. Impossible.
Really?
Really. I've noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Blind run! Yes, it certainly is. Yep, we are literally just getting the ball rolling. Yep. This is my wife, Via, and my primary moderator. Obviously, it must be, so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. Not yet. We are leaning in Shizu's direction, though. So far, the only choices made were not to introduce ourselves. We picked asking about Shizu's deafness, which went nowhere. I don't think there were any other choices. I don't quite remember. No, we just finished meeting, the strange kid next door. Also, my wife here makes inappropriate jokes. You'll get used to it. I laugh at them, so I'm no better. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I don't, actually. I'm opting to chance it. Several friends told me that there would be adequate warning. Yeah. No, I know. Is censorship the only thing that gets lost? Let me rephrase. Is it just quite literally the difference of missing out on boobs? Or are there other elements that end up getting censored? Okay. Then I will... Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for the feedback. As long as we're not missing out. You don't even miss out on some boobs. Well, there we go then. Wow, how adult does this thing get? Oh. That is important information. Also, yes, that's quite fine. Nothing but us gay girls here. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really. Hey! Oh, okay, JP. Also, thank you for joining us. Got it. With a random image before the actual scene. Cool. How, like, lightning fast is it, JP? Aww. You're so sweet. Like, do I get an adequate lag time to where I can switch to something, anything else? Okay. Okay. So, got it. Shizune can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. You'll see usually the image is like something dumb like, oh, okay, JP. Hey, welcome back, Ace. Cool, thank you, JP. Isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing and will take some time to get used to. It's not a contest, because contests are competitions over a prize. If there's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. That tickled her. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me as if surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a test to her. I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring gaze. Really, JP? I thought... I don't know, for some reason, somewhere in the back of my memory, I remember you favoring Hanako? I don't know. I must have seen it in passing. And I maybe blended you with somebody else because at the time I didn't know one from another. Right on.
Are you sure, He-chan?
Very sure. Well.
You're wrong, He-chan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them.
I thought you liked Hanako for some reason, and I really don't know why. But it stood out in my mind as that being the one that you had said something about. Oh, hush. Let's get it. Shizune pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I'd argue more, but the bell rings, and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag. Looking at me expectantly. I had almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Yeah, I just met him. I just met him. Yeah. He's an odd bird. Putting it nicely.
Where do you want to eat?
The cafeteria?
That's so plain. Okay, let's go.
Plain? I mean, well, I guess. My old school, I like to eat outside, near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha pull me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in classroom or outdoors, so some of my classmates had box lunches. Bento boxes. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier.
So, Hee-chan, you wanted to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right. Right, Hee-chan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first.
Oh no, I see a choice coming. Exchanging little nods of, we had a literature club, but... What's that there, Nick? Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she's about to deliver a speech.
Hee-chan, do you have anything you're really interested in?
Oh joy. I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams or players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot.
There is a literature club, right, Hee-chan? Right? But it seems like they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Just wait until one of them kicks off. It won't take long. Sorry, Hee-chan. It's a really...
This line is destroying me. Like... okay. How recent is Katawa Shoujo? Like... I feel like this is almost an intentional nod. Without, appearing intentional. Oh.
Sorry, Hee-chan. It's a really popular club.
She seems amused.
Ah, okay.
It's older. Oh, wow. Alright then.
But more to the point, Hee-chan, does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind?
Not really. Okay, she's just growing on me, you assholes.
Good. Great. That's great, Hee-chan. Really great.
Why is it so great?
No reason.
No, bitch. No, you were not allowed to do that.
Well, Hee-chan, other than clubs and upcoming festival, there is one other thing. Student council. Oh dear.
I see. I didn't know the school had a student council. Dude, where were you on day one? That was a very melodramatic setup, though, just to tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this, because Shizune looks a little embarrassed about it, but Misha's laughing. Shizune quickly retakes control of the discussion, in a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says.
Right. He-chan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely. You should definitely join.
Why?
Well, for one, we could hang out every day, He-chan. She-chan and I are both in the student council. Actually, She-chan's the president.
I'm starting to get the suspicion that Shizune and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, Shizune quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha.
Of course.
Wow. Significantly older. Well, alright then.
We're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council, and therefore have an incentive to try and get you to...
So you're admitting that...
No, we admit nothing. I mean, he can't...
Aww. Next stream for sure. This is gonna be my stream more often than a lot of the other content I've been doing, so he'll have opportunities.
I mean, he can, of course. It would be nice if you joined, and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one's school. Yep, it's true, He-chan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, He-chan?
I can't tell if she's being genuine or if this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying to look their cutest, although they are already pretty cute to begin with. I mean, they are, yeah. Well, and here it comes.
So it's settled then.
Thursday? What is today? Tuesday? Yes, that is actually perfect because tomorrow, I'm doing a little something else different. I'm actually going to be completing a story of some sort in a single stream. I'm going to be doing another visual novel that's a little heavier on the yandere side of things. So, that's going to be tomorrow. So, totally. Thursday, solid. I'll see Mega then.
So it's settled then. Welcome to student council, He-chan.
Good deal. Potentially, Nick. I would, until I know the nature of the sensor switch, until I'm better acquainted with it, I'd rather not risk it. So maybe not on this route, but on the next one. Depending. I mean, Via's not wrong. Oh, well, there you go. What? No, no.
Oh. See, She-chan, of course it wouldn't go so easily. Yep, that's right though. It would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well. She-chan owes me candy now.
I see. You were betting on it? life is not a game here. She's tickled. Fair. Shizune. Oh, my wife. Shizune seems very intrigued by this when Misha assigns it to her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. I am starting to get why you like her, JP.
That's interesting, Hee-chan. Let's play a game.
That's not what I said.
How about Rich Man, Poor Man, Hee-chan? If you lose, you have to join the student council.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, why not?
Well, because you two both have the same incentive and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that isn't my goal. But what this means is that both of you can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage. So I will have to decline. Nick. Oh, hush up, you.
Hee-chan, I'm very offended. Are you saying you don't trust us? And that we could pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad.
Literature club is eternal. All these clubs hanging. Sorry? I'm moving to Korea. It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin.
But in order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council.
No! No!
How about a game of paper football instead of Rich Man, Poor Man?
Paper football?
Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle, and then you try to shoot it past the goalpost that the other player makes with their fingers.
I mean, yeah. Like, not even gonna lie. Yeah.
Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hee-chan.
Oh, these two.
And it's also played by elementary and middle school children. She-chan. That means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men.
I'm okay with that, yeah. More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it.
Yeah, that's true. How did you know, Hee-chan?
Just a guess. Welcome to the club, Bia. Shizune frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. Okay, everyone. Harem time. Everyone gets a root. Oh, except for you, Sayori. Go hang out by yourself. Oh my goodness gracious. Via's on fire today, y'all. Okay.
Okay.
I have never been on one before, or even known anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha, so maybe wouldn't be so bad.
Okay, Hee-chan. How about...
Oh, no, I can just see by the look in Shizu's eyes, this is a terrible idea. Like, no.
Okay, Hee-chan. How about Risk? The game of world domination.
I know quite well what that is, and I know this is not a good plan.
Oh, it's really fun, Hee-chan. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything.
Sounds like... see, my dude right here. My dude gets it. Sounds like Shizune would be good at it.
If you want to play, we can after school.
Yeah, don't you go looking demure. I know what you're doing.
Oh, really, Hee-chan? We can play just for fun, Hee-chan. Hee-chan hasn't played in a long time, so if you don't want to, there are no strings attached.
Oh, you gave in too quick, my dude. Well, okay. Might as well start calling you dumbass. Nice.
Okay. Perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room. Then, Hee-chan.
Wait, why there?
Because that's where we keep the game.
I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. So, in the end, I agree, but only after getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete by it, just by accepting to take a look around and play the game. Lunch ends and we go back to class. Hey there, I saw you! Come back! During afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back and sits down in her seat without a word. Again, no one seems to notice. Or, if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering each flank in case I might try to escape. I feel a little offended, but I'd been considering it. Nevertheless, I'm a bit disturbed that enough people have made a break for it in the past that they're on their guard. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and ring those bells. That's all I have for today. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye, everyone.